Welcome back to your #1 stop for Tower of Fantasy, and today we are going to be talking about equipment and armor, how to level it up, as well as how to bump up its star rating so you can get more and more CP for your character, which will do all sorts of wonderful things inside of the game. But before we hop into the breakdown, I do want to give a giant thank you to everybody that is supporting over on Patreon and Twitch for the months of April. Thank you, my dudes. We will go more into that later, but for now, let's jump into this and let go over everything you need to know about upgrading your gear. So to start off, we're gonna go ahead and hit escape to bring up our backpack, and from here we will notice a few things. Over on the left side, we have a breakdown of all the armor we have on, as well as what rarity these are, similar to, as you can see with any of this stuff, as far like common, twelve, and whatnot. You can see that, as well of what armor is there, and of course you will notice the number next to it. This is what your enhanced level is, which will be, of course, will bring up your pretty much AP, resistant, depending on the piece of gear, can bump random stats. But the number pretty much let you recognize or how far they have been upgraded. As well, you will notice a star next to a handful of these. This here is, of course, going to be your star rating, similar to how it was with SSR or SRs. You can actually bump up not only the base stat, but push it any farther with a course upgrading from 1 to 6 star equipment. And then the little red triangle looking thing is a course to let you know that there is upgrades waiting to be added to that set of gear. So you have a fantastic way to keep an eye on that and knowing when you need to upgrade. But you might be wondering, how exactly do you look at all the gear that you have collected, since it's not listed in your default backpack? And of course, you can find it over here on the white tab under equipment. And here you'll find a list of all the stuff you have on your character at the moment. And of course, a small little detail that is quite nice is, of course, if you see a green up arrow on any of the equipment in your inventory, that means that a better equipment than what you already have equipped. Or if you ain't have anything equipped that you need to begin with. So this is a good way to keep an eye on if you pick up something that is actually better than what you're already wearing. But we're going to go ahead and jump into enhancing here. So let's go ahead and start off by, I guess, upgrading our checkpoint, since they do not have no stars and do not have any enhancement. So once you actually click on it, you will get a few options. Of course, you can see what it does, as far like what its base stats is, as well as its random stats, and then of course, well, you can actually find it in the game. Might it be in the case of this one being in joint operations, crystal dust door, level 2 crews, and of course you can get them from chests at 35. So this will give you an idea of what content you need to do to unlock certain gear if you are looking for something specific. But with that said, we do have a couple other options. We can remove the armor, we can enhance it, which is the main thing we're interested in. But you can also shell that piece of gear and, of course, lock it so you don't accidentally sell it. But let's go ahead and click Enhance. And from here, you, of course, have another menu here where you can see all your armor, and well, what level they are, what star they are. As well as over here on the far right, we do have a breakdown of what this equipment technically have at the moment once you upgrade it. So in that case, it is a level 0. And once I upgrade to level 1, these are the stats we are going to be enhancing. And then we have a breakdown here of course, as you enhance the equipment and do breakthroughs, which we will get to, you can unlock bonus stat to be added to that piece of gear. And of course, as you can see, that one is pretty close, since it is right now a level 3. And then, of course, we have like level 5. So that one is, of course, by enhancing it to a part 10, we can unlock this add-on. So this is a nice way to keep an eye on how close you are to actually getting any more bonus stats. And then from here, we have ourselves a breakdown of, course, what this equipment going to require in the case of this. does require a boost modules, and of course you can get this in a few ways, such as Bygone Fantasy, a Bygone Phantasm, you can get from the Crystal Store and whatnot. So this is a good way to see how many you need, as well to get it. So in the case of this armor, it requires 3 of these. So we have ourselves then our enhance button, which is what we will put to enhance. We do gotta pay a fee, as you can see here, which is 1200. We have, of course, a breakdown of how likely it is to actually be a success, since you can fail this, and if you're coming from PSO, this already might be seeming pretty familiar. But let's go ahead and enhance that piece of gear. As you can see, our stat went up, and then we got one step closer to unlocking this. So let's go ahead, do this again, and as it enhances, you will note the power level as well will jump up for your character, which is another main reason to be doing this. And of course, once you hit a level 5 unlock, you will know the 12,000 and now 32. And then when we do that, congratulations, you have just done a breakthrough, and then you will get a breakdown of what you just got, as well as the bonus stats. So, from there, you might be wondering about the star system and how exactly that is done. That is a core handle here under advancement. So if we go ahead and click on this, you will see something else very familiar to all you PSO players, which is, of course, using other equipment to break down into experience to enhance your equipment. So, you will also notice that there is the crystals that you can also find scattered about in the game that will be used to give you any more experience. So, you can go ahead and click on any of the items, and you will get a breakdown of how much that item actually going to add to your experience. And then, of course, you can go ahead and just select everything. And, of course, at that point, we will hit level, and you can see we all gonna go a little bit over here since each of these does give 50. So in that case, we going to seem like we're gonna go ahead and lose about 30 experience. But when we hit fuse, it will go ahead bump it up to now, of course, being 1 star, and I take it back, it's not 6 stars, sorry, it's 3 stars of what equipment can level to. My bad on that one. But nonetheless, you now see you got 1 star and a bonus of 36 extra, in my case being toward resistance. And as you can see, any experience that bleed over does move into the net enhancement level. So you do not gotta worry about overly leveling up your equipment and losing experience. Don't worry, it will just flow over into the net level. But let's go ahead and say you have a whole bunch of equipment and you only want to use certain equipment, such as equipment at higher rarity, so you get more experience, since it does tie to how much each of experience going to be given. It's going to be tied to, of course, what all you actually have. So example here, we got also a common item, which will give us 10 experience. We got us a green item, which will then give what is that, like 60-ish? 50 experience. And then we have our crystal that will give us 5 per crystal. So there's another thing to keep in mind. Higher tiers of items will give you more experience. And the thing is about all this is, of course, this did not require any extra currency at all. You are literally just breaking down equipment. So if you have been collecting a lot of armor and you've been selling them or been just like dumping them, do not do this. Make sure you save all your equipment, if anything, just to be experience for other equipment. So in the case of it, let's go ahead and give this another thought. And once again, of course, CS does go up. And then when you, of course, 1 out item to sacrifice, you can no longer select or fuse till you get more available to you. And of course, one last little note here that I technically kind of forgot here to mention is, of course, when it comes to your equipment and you're gonna enhance it, there is a chance, depending on what the equipment is, that it might start actually requiring some extra materials as well. So in that case, not only is it requiring the booster, but it also requiring the items as well, which you can also see where you get as well. So keep that in mind. The higher level you get, and depending on what the item is you're enhancing, that can require a little extra than, of course, the booster and the money. So keep that in mind, and you will be good to go in enhancing your equipment. And just like that, you are ready to get out there, raise up your CS, become stronger, and any more better at your job as whatever the title is we doing here, other than just running around collecting all the shiny, because that's what I'm doing. I don't know about you guys, but I will 100% do completionist on that map. It will happen. But all that aside, since tangents is incoming, I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here, and hopefully this have been helpful to you. If so, make sure you do thumbs up, subscribe, hit all the bells up below so you don't miss out on any of my Tower of Fantasy content. Might it be from guide to nude to streams. Make sure you do that so you don't miss out on any of that. And of course, once again, big thank you to everybody that is supporting for the months of August. Thank you, my dudes. And of course, if you do want to help out and keep that channel going for as little as $1 and also feed Luna, be sure to, of course, come on over to patreon.com/Maconn. Get you a whole bunch of a wonderful video and other content over there. And of course, if you want to go another route here, such as supporting my live stream, since I do stream, I get right now pretty much every day, starting around 7:15 p.m. Central, as long as my zombie are not screwing up, over on twitch.tv/Troy Maconn, playing all of the Tower of Fantasy. So come on over, say hi, join me, and have a good old time. And with that, that will do it for me, and I will see you all in the comments.